Okay, y'all, today I'm gonna be showing you how to season up your brand new Blackstone Griddle. Very simple. I'm gonna show you everything you need, and trust me, it's not rocket science. Show you how to get it done. Stick around. Okay, these are all the items you're gonna need. You're gonna need a pair of tongs, some paper towels, some high temperature oil. I use avocado oil, but there are several others you can use: canola, olive oil, grapeseed oil, some dish detergent, and clean water with a towel. Eggs are one of the hardest things to cook on a griddle. Stick around, I'm gonna show you how to do it. Here's one of the things I really like what Blackstone did with this process. On the point of sale stickers, they use magnets and not glue. That made that very easy to come off of the griddle, and it didn't leave a mess. No sticky residue or anything like that. So this, I just got rid of it, threw it in the trash. So now what you want to do is take your clean water and soap. And this is really the only time you're gonna need soap on your griddle. Just wash it down real good, and then after you finish washing it down, you're gonna need to rinse that off real good. And then we'll start the seasoning process. Now that you got it all cleaned up, now you want to take your clean water, you want to wipe it down, and you want to try to get as much of that soap off as you possibly can. Just wiping all areas, trying to remove all the soaps. Get the front, the sides, the backs, the corners, the middle. Just wipe it down as good as you can. But don't worry about it. If you leave just a little bit on there, you're going to have to burn it all off anyway before you start seasoning the griddle. So our next process, we're gonna heat the grill, and then we'll start the seasoning process. Now the next step, what you wanna do is set both your burners to high, and then hit your electronic igniter and light the grill. And you wanna let this heat up probably for about 10 or 15 minutes. You'll gradually see the color change, so I'm gonna fast forward through some of this so you don't have to just sit there and watch every little single second of it. But you can see the flames burning underneath the bottom of the griddle. And another good tip is to make sure that you got a nice calm day. A very windy day, it's gonna take you a lot longer to do this. All right, it's been about 3 or 4 minutes. You can gradually see the griddle is starting to get a little golden color to it. But just stick around, it's gonna get a lot darker. Just be patient. All right, now it's been about 7 or 8 minutes. The process now, the grill is getting hotter, so the process is gonna speed up. Just hang out, and we'll show you when we're gonna get ready to start seasoning our griddle. Okay, it's been about 10 or 12 minutes now, and you can see the griddle getting darker. But you have to be patient. You know, this is probably one of the most important parts of it, so you have to do this. You cannot skip this step. You have to make sure that the griddle gets dark first. All right, I'm using my infrared heat thermometer just to show you how hot this grill really get. So right now it's up over 400 degrees. And trust me, it's gonna get a lot hotter during this process. So like I said, I can't stress enough to make sure you be patient during this process, because it is one of the most important steps. In just a matter of minutes, this grill now, it's done jumped up to around 485 degrees. It's getting closer and closer to 500 degrees. But this is in the area of where we want to be to start the seasoning process. So stick around, we're gonna make it happen. All right, we're about to start step 1 of the seasoning process. And we're gonna be using avocado oil, which has a smoke point of 520 degrees. So Blackstone recommend that you do this process between 3 and 5 times. We will make that determination one step at a time. All right, we're about to start the seasoning process, and what we're gonna be using is avocado oil, as we stated before, and it has a high smoke point of 520 degrees. So I just pour a little bit on, and then I take my tongs and paper towel, and I spread it out as evenly and as thin as I can possibly get it. Now, you do not want to put a lot of pressure on that paper towel. If you do, the lint fibers from the paper towel will come off and be left on your griddle. So make sure you get the outside edges, the front of it, the sides, and the back. You want to do that to keep it from rusting later. So that's why you want to keep that part seasoned as well. So even though you're not cooking on it, it's still a process you need to do. So make sure you take care of that. Okay, now you can see that the smoke done dissipated. So I'm just trying to give you some different angles of the grill so you can see after the first seasoning. But we need to go a lot further than this, so do not stop right here. Continue on. So now we're going to start the second seasoning process with the avocado oil in the same manner we did the first time. So stick around. We're going to show you that part too. Time number 2. Okay, we're going to repeat the same steps just like we did in step 1. We're going to add the avocado oil, and then we're going to spread it out over the whole surface of the grill, making sure we get the fronts, the sides, the back, all over the entire grill. And try to thin that oil out as thin as you possibly can. That's going to keep creating that seal coat on there to help your grill keep from sticking. Time number 2. She getting blacker. Alright, the second time, the smoke has really disappeared. I can barely see any smoke. So we're going to go into time number 3. And Blackstone recommend anywhere between 3 and 5 times a season. So we going in for time number 3. This is really starting to look good. It's a little silver in the middle, and I really don't understand that process, but it is really starting to get black. The corners is kind of like where the oil kind of pools, and it doesn't get as hot, but it's doing good on the front edge. The only issues I'm seeing right now are in the corners, but it's looking real good. Alright, we're about to start the third seasoning now, and our grill temperature is about 575. 590, somewhere between 575 and 590, depending on where we get it. 600, whoa, 590. Okay, this is the third time seasoning. The grill is actually starting to look very good. You see some light areas in the corners. That's kind of expected. If you ever done this before, you'll know that that can happen. But as you continue to cook on your grills, those areas will get darker. But chances are you never done it before, so don't worry about it. Don't try to concentrate and make it get darker. It won't happen, but it will happen over time as you cook on your grill. Each time you cook on it, you're re-seasoning it. So just continue to do just as we're doing right here in this video. Okay, this is the third time, which is the minimum time recommended by Blackstone. Okay, we're coming up on our third time finishing up the grill. The smoke is starting to disappear. I hope you guys can see this on the video, but I can see it pretty good. It's starting to go away. Then once it's finished, we'll determine whether we want to go a fourth time or not. Okay, now I can clearly see that there's no more smoke, but I think I'm gonna move on to the fourth time. Once again, Blackstone say 3 to 5. I've seen people on YouTube, they go 5, 6, 7, even more than that. I don't think that's necessary. I think Blackstone are the experts. They say 3 to 5. I'm not gonna do more than 5, and then the rest of my seasoning will be as I'm cooking on my griddle. All right, I'm really liking how things are starting to look, but I am gonna do it at least another time. So this is time number 4, and then we'll make an assessment at the end of this one, and then we'll determine whether we want to go to the 5th time. So just stick around, stay to the end of the video, and see the final results. All right, here what I'm doing, I'm just cleaning off a little bit of that excess oil. I've never had a problem cleaning this after cooking if I spilt anything on that surface. So whatever it's made out of, it cleans up very easily. So you shouldn't have to worry about that. As you can see, even the sides and the front of the griddle is starting to turn black. It's doing a really good job, it appears to me. So this is actually the 4th time we've done this. All right, this is end of time number 4. I'm not seeing a whole lot of change, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm not seeing any more smoke from the final phase. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna turn all the burners off and let the grill cool down. So we got the burners off. Now we're gonna let the grill cool down. All right, guys, at this point, I think I'm satisfied. Now that the burner's off, we're just gonna let this grill cool down, but you can see the temperature. That thing was up to over 580 degrees still, so that lets you know it will get extremely hot. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna let it cool down, and then I'm gonna cook a couple eggs on there just to see if the process really worked. All right, stick around. I'm gonna show you that process in just a little while. We gotta let this bad boy cool off a little bit first, though. All right, this is the final results. I am very pleased with the way that this griddle looks. So now we're gonna move forward, and I'm gonna show you how to cook those eggs. Man, that thing look good. All right, when cooking your eggs on the griddle, you wanna set your temperature to low. You wanna try to cook your eggs between 250 and 325 degrees for best results. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little butter. And then after that, I'm gonna pour the eggs on. And then we're gonna scramble some eggs, and then we'll do one over easy. Let's see how it work out for us. Okay, now we got our grill up around 250 degrees. We right at the temp we wanna be. So now we're gonna scramble these eggs, and let's see how they turn out. Okay, when scrambling your eggs on the grill, you wanna make sure they set first, and then I like to use the folding method, and then I just kinda chop them up to make them scramble. So, but man, that thing is slick. Look at that, no stick whatsoever. That is exactly what we was looking for. That's after 4 seasonings. All right, let's get these eggs out right here, and then we're gonna move forward and get that over easy egg on. Let's see what happens. Those are absolutely beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. All right, now we got that over easy egg on. But what you see me doing now, I'm breaking up the white, and that'll help it set a little bit better. So when we flip it, it'll keep that yolk from breaking. And that's exactly what we want to do. Okay, now the egg done set. So now what we want to do is we want to try to get up under the egg. Make sure it's loose on all sides before you go in for that flip. All right, now wait for it. Wait for it. Alrighty, the flip, and it's done. Oh man, that's beautiful. That grill is slick. I'm telling you, that is a non-stick surface after 4 seasonings, and that is exactly what you're looking for. That's what you want. I'm telling you, that egg is absolutely beautiful. Okay, guys. Today we seasoned our 28-inch Blackstone Griddle. We the first thing we did was we washed it with soap and water, and we rinsed it. And we turned the temperature on high, and we heated the grill until it started to get a nice golden dark brown color. Once we achieved that, then we started with the avocado oil with a 520-degree smoke point, and we just put 4 thin layers on. And when we put the first layer on, we let it sit until the smoke really dissipated and you couldn't see any more smoke. Then we put another thin layer on. We repeated that process 4 times. Then after we did that, we cooked 2 types of eggs. We did one over easy and one scrambled. And also that allowed you to see that the surface really is a non-stick surface. So that's exactly what you want. The color in the corners, don't worry about that so much, because as you cook on the grill, it will get darker and darker over time. So I think that was a successful seasoning for this 28-inch Blackstone. So please like and subscribe to our channel. And if you have any comments, please make them as well. And I will respond to your comments. All right, thanks. Y'all have a good day, and we'll see you on the next one.